Hi, I'm Mia, and I have a very, very loose plan for my makeup today. I kind of want to do something purple and sparkly. Not that big of a surprise. I love kind of periwinkle lilac tones on me, and they're a comfort color. But something kind of lilac-y, something super sparkly. I want to try to do like the under winged liner a little. We'll see. I don't know if I'm feeling like liner today. Also, my hand is stained. Sorry, my lips. I was playing with lip stain combos before I started filming. So, if you see this, no, I didn't injure myself. It's just lip stains. So I'm going to start off with the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Blends palette, mostly because the purples that I need are here and I do have a plan for a neutral. So on a large fluffy brush, I'm taking a little bit of Truth and a little bit of Mama Bear, just so it's not so cool toned, and I'm just going to start throwing that right above my crease. Because the rest of my lid will be covered in purple, I just want kind of like a little transitional color for it right now. I did a whole lot of nothing today. I had a very loose plan to go into Boston. When I say very loose, I mean like I thought about it for 2 seconds and then I was like, oh, if I do that I need to shower before I go. And I like showering at night on Tuesdays because I usually work Wednesdays, so it just works out. So I did not go out. I watched... How many episodes did I watch? I watched like 2 or 3 episodes of Righteous Gemstones. I found out that Marla Maples was on it, which is funny because there's a guy at the bar / restaurant I go to sometimes. I hate him. I hate him. But apparently one of his... It was either him or one of his friends that used to go out with Marla Maples before she started dating Donald. And she's in the show apparently, which I just find a little funny. So, on a little round flat brush, I am taking the shade Giggle, and I'm going to place that in like the first half of my lid. I want the inner shade to be lighter and transition to a darker shade because that's how colors work. And shadows, so. But I like how purple looks on my skin tone, and I like how it looks with my eyes because I feel like green and purple go very well together. So just gonna pack that. This is like my favorite shade in the Blend Bunny palette because I am a huge periwinkle fan, like huge. I don't have any colors, I don't have any clothes that color, but again, I'm scared of, not scared, I wear black because I don't know what colors look good on me. So yeah, and then on a slightly fluffy dense brush, I'm taking a little bit of the shade Signs mixed with a little bit of Giggle, just so it's not so dark. And I'm just going to pack this here, and I'm going to blend that out with a different brush because I don't want it to get too wild and crazy over here, you know? Oh, good heavens. I have the same brush I just used to put down the purple, but clean. So I'm gonna very carefully start to blend this out. That looks really patchy. I'm gonna try to wing it out too, because if I do the liner I want it to be winged because I'm gonna go back in with the other brush with the purple still on it and just try to fix this. I've never had my eyeshadow look like this, nor has it done it with this formula before. Back to the clean brush. I'm actually gonna take a little bit of Giggle and a tiny bit of Signs to hopefully blend this out. Again, hopefully. I don't want to scratch this makeup look because I've been saying, I want to try to get ahead posting wise, and this will help me be good for Tuesday. So, alright, large fluffy brush just with signs, and I'm just going to kind of go over everywhere to kind of get this a little more cohesive. There we go, that looks better. That looks better. Not that I had a real plan, but I know what I'm doing sometimes. And now with the NYX glitter primer, like always, I'm just going to put a little onto the back of my hand and then use a finger to pat onto my lid. I usually just keep it on like the first half of my lid. I don't like the glitters going too far onto my eye sometimes. Which is weird because I love shimmery shadows, but... And then with a little brush, I'm going to spray this with some facial mist, just to get a little damp. And then I am taking the shade Celestial Petal from Terra Moon's Cosmetics. Like I said, one of my favorite indie eyeshadow brands. And I'm just going to pat this right on top of where that lighter purple is focused. Oh yeah. And repeat. I love this one because it's more blue and purple reflex. Like, it's a very pale base color, but it's mostly blue and purple that show up reflect wise, especially since I usually layer this over blues or purples. Alright, and now the scary part, which is eyeliner. I don't know why I have these bright ideas when I know I can't do eyeliner very well, but alas. I'm going to be going in with the Urban Decay 24/7 inks. This is in the shade 0. This was gifted to me, but this is a very thin and precise tip, which is what I need. Oh, I hate doing this. That is not where that's supposed to be. I done goofed. I messed that up so badly. I'm taking a little bit of my celery water on a pointed Q-tip, and I'm going to see how well I can clean my liner up before deciding if I want to try to do an underliner type of situation. Oh, that's not winged at all. Oops. I actually think my eyeliner is even for once. I didn't know I knew how to do that. I'm gonna put on lashes, and while I'm gone, I will decide if I want to do a bottom liner. So I guess we'll both find out when I come back. So I'm back, and I have some lashes on. I did end up doing the double liner, and I just put a little bit of a white liner in the middle to hide the edges. And I did have to clean up my eyeliner like 4 or 5 times, so shout out pointed Q-tips, real ones for that. But moving on to the base, I'm going in with 2 products from Danessa Myricks Beauty. This is the Yummy Skin Moisture Repair Balm Serum. I love this stuff so much. And it comes with a little spatula, so we're just gonna scoop a little, and huzzah. The only downside to this is that since I don't have like a skincare brush to put primer on with, my hands feel super oily and greasy after rubbing this in. But we're gonna rub this in, let it melt into the skin. This may not have been a good idea because my skin's been a little oily today, but oops. And then this is the Yummy Skin Glow Serum in the shade Main Squeeze. Oh my god, am I finally out? Oh my god. Nope. I was hoping. I was praying. This might be the last use of it though. I'm squeezing every last drop out of her. So, she might be gone. I guess we'll see when I do my makeup next time. I should probably go in with a slightly more matte foundation. Because like I said, my skin's a little oily and I just did a really hydrated base. But that's because I only have primers that are hydrated, so. This is the Tirtir Mask Fit Red Cushion Foundation. My hands are greasy, I can't open this. This is in the shade 13N Ivory. Fair Ivory, sorry, because I'm fair. I'm actually just going to take a regular foundation brush and apply it because I hate the little cushion that it comes with. And I don't like the dent it leaves, and then I always have to go back over with a brush, so this is just going to save more time. And again, I just don't like the cushions. And I think it looks nicer this way too. The only downside about this foundation, besides the fact that it can be super finicky sometimes, cushion foundations almost always have like a super floral like spa scent, and I hate base products that are fragranced like that. So that's the only thing I really don't like about this. But this is already looking so much better than the last few times I used this, so I think my main issue with this foundation is just the cushion. And I'm just going to go in with my Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer. This is the shade 1.1 N Royal Icing. Mostly because this is what I had used to carve out my brows, and I'm too lazy to reach and find another concealer. And we're just gonna do. Ow. I think I have a pimple forming here because it hurts to blend out my concealer. I do have to be a little careful because I don't want to mess up any of my eyeliner or my eyeshadow. More specifically the eyeliner because So for bronzer, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Bronzer Contour in the shade Fair Light. I still can't open this because my fingers are greasy. But it's funny because until recently I liked this fine, and now I'm loving it. Which is still very funny because I have a few shades of the Camo Liquid Blush and I just don't reach for them at all, even though it's basically the same formula. I also have no idea what blush shade I want to go in with because my nude blushes pick up a little orange on the camera. I don't think it's calibrated correctly still, but I don't want to do something like baby pink because I've been doing that a lot. But I don't know if I want to do a raspberry with this look, so we'll see. And I don't want to do like peach with this either, so we'll really see. But just gonna blend. Also, it is so windy right now. I live by the beach and on a hill, so it's like extra windy, and my house is actively shaken, and I'm just glad that it started after I finished my eyeliner because otherwise I think I just like curl into a ball and cry. Again, I can't do eyeliner anyways, let alone with a shaky house. See, that just melts so beautifully into the skin. This is from Rhode. This is the Pocket Blush in the shade Date Cake. And I'm just going to do a few little dots because I know this does blend out pretty easily. So. It's funny because it looks more plum on my face now that I'm looking at it. And a slightly small dense brush to try to keep the pigment there. Okay, this is the color that I was kind of hoping the other one would blend out to look like, but this is really pretty. It's like a nice pink, and like it looks pink on me actually. I mean, I know berry tones usually blend out to kind of pink, but this is acceptable. So for highlighter, I think I'm just going to go in with this one from Makeup Forever. This is the Artist Highlighter in the shade River Pearl. It's just like a super soft, lit from within kind of highlighter look. And in a shock and twist of events, I don't want to be too shimmery today. I know, who am I? What have I done with Mia? Again, just something a little soft. I will probably go in with a powdered blush over. So. This could make or break everything, so we'll see. This is from Essence. This is the It's Bubblegum Bouncy Blush. I got this on a whim. I don't know why. This is a lot pinker than I usually go for, but using a more light fluffy brush will give it a slightly more diffused look and won't pack on the pigment. If there's any pigment at all, because this is a baked blush and baked formulas are usually very not great for me. That's a brush hair. It's not my favorite blush formula, but it was $5 and I just needed a purchase minimum, so I don't hate, I don't love it. It's just gonna be there and I'll forget about it until I clean out my makeup one day and I go, oh, I forgot about it. Alright, and for lips, I'm gonna keep it super simple. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner in the shade Deep Taupe, and I couldn't take the cap off for a second. And I'm just gonna overline. It's just like a nice kind of nude shade. I'm definitely going to need to sharpen this the next time I use it, but that will be a next time me problem. And then I'm just going to blend out the edges a bit with a lip brush. See? And then I'm just going to do a sheer red gloss. This is from Covergirl. This is the Clean Fresh Yummy Gloss in the shade You're Just Jelly. This is actually one of my favorite lip gloss formulas for sheer colors. And it smells super sweet and the doe foot is huge. And I'm just gonna... That way I still have semi-matching lip and cheeks. Semi. I need to go deal with my hair. I did not put any dry shampoo in it, so it should be okay. And I'll see you in a second. Alright, so this is the finished look. I actually really like how the eyes came out. I was a little worried about the eyeliner, but it's cute. I don't know if I'm going to be attempting it again because it's scary. And I can't handle that kind of stress in my life. But it's cute. I like it. The blush and the lips, very matchy-matchy. Surprise, surprise. And yeah. Also, I am so excited to take this off and go downstairs and eat because I have a quiche in the fridge and I have a molasses cookie. There's a company, Flour. They gave me a $10 reward, so I bought quiche and a cookie from them. Technically only paid $3 out of pocket. So that's gonna be my dinner, I guess. But yeah.